everyone. I'm so excited because I have Miss Kim here. We are this Saturday getting together at I Love My Story, and we are honored. You just do not understand. If you have missed a couple of them, I encourage you to come out this weekend because this woman knows her stuff. She's going to help you write a book. She's going to help you dive into getting past some past stuff. And I highly recommend that you guys show up this Saturday. But we're going to get into the top 3 reasons why you should write your story, why you should write your book. So first, let me have Kim introduce herself, and then we'll get started.
Thank you. I am Kim O'Hara, and I am an intuitive book coach, and I come from 20 years in the movie business and worked on films and wrote screenplays. So I have a lot of knowledge about collaboration and story and characters. And my gift is writing and helping people transform through writing. So I decided to become a book coach.
So just to give everyone a sneak peek of what we're going to be doing on Saturday, we wanted to go over the top 3 reasons why you should write a book. And so Kim, the magical Kim, the intuitive book coach Kim, has come up with the top 3 reasons you should definitely write your story. You should definitely write your book. And here we go.
And there are so many reasons. So
yes,
I was given 3. So I was like, oh, which ones? The first one is a little woo-woo. But it's really not. It's a better understanding of what you have lived and what you've accomplished. And then when you write that book, you wow yourself.
Yeah, I think that's so fascinating because that worked for me when I did my one-woman show. I wrote my one-woman show, and it was that. It's like, oh, wow, I lived this. And then you think, I survived this.
That's right. And then you realize how strong you are and how much more you have to create. And then you had your one-woman show to actually put out in the world, just like people have a book. And then you get to wow other people and inspire other people. And through your understanding, they have understanding. And so I try not to push the be of service and write a book because it's a lot of work, But hello, agents calling. Agents calling. It's Hollywood.
Sorry, my bad, people.
I need someone to call my phone now, so I look as important.
Oh, I will. I'll call you right now.
Just call me. But we shouldn't tell them that. Okay, the second one is the cachet, right? We've got to have the cachet to say that you're an author, to say that you've been published. It raises the bar of you and your business, of you in any kind of endeavor that you're hoping to do, to say that you wrote a book. Because it shows that you have the willingness, the integrity, and that you've been willing to put your butt in a seat every single week. People know how hard it is to write a book. So it makes you more of like a warrior, right? And it raises your notoriety in your field and whatever you're in. So you're now in a different group of other people.
Yeah, I did notice that. I noticed that in the world that I'm in now. I go to a lot of different women's conferences, and there seems to be they treat everybody wonderful, but there seems to be this a different level of integrity, or what do you call that? What's that word? Credibility. Credibility. There's a different level of credibility when it's a published author, or someone who has a book, or even when the person is selling their book. And for speakers, sometimes you're speaking for a low rate, but for a speaker, if you have a book, you can leave that conference with a couple of $1,000s just by selling your book, or at least a high few $100s just by selling your book. So that's amazing. That's so true.
And people connect with intimacy and vulnerability and storytelling. So I always push my writers to tell their most, I'm like, look, you're doing it. Your seats, your butt's already on the fire. Just tell us what you need to tell us, because then people remember that person. Versus just there's so many books out there that are transform your heart, and and it's a blah blah blah. And you're like, oh, they don't tell me anything about them. Give me the dirt. Give me the shit. I want to know. I'm always saying to, people I work with, like, are we going to like dance around that? Or are we going to like tell that story?
Yeah.
I need to know right now because I want to know. Your readers are going to want to know. Okay. So number 3.
So for you guys who are wondering, Kim is definitely all alpha, ladies. And if people want to work with a coach, that's the type of person they would want to work with. Someone who's not going to let you slide by or skate by with some BS. So I appreciate that. I'm taking notes, Kim.
Thank you. And I always am shocked. I get a lot of recommendations or testimonials that always use the word gentle. And I'm like, really? Wow. I've softened with age. I really have. Okay, so number 3 is, even if the book, this is something I have discovered this year, which I'm so excited about. Even if your book is not connected to your current profession, say you're selling life insurance, right? And you want to write a book about a love affair you had. And you feel called to write this book because this love affair could change other ways, like Eat, Pray, Love, right? Or you've had this experience that you need to write about, but you're not sure you're going to be like Elizabeth Gilbert, or you're not sure you're going to be an author, but you want to write this book. Your conversations that you will have with your potential clients about your experiences writing the book and about the book will then make them buy that life insurance policy from you before Joe Brown, who's just like, hi, I'm Joe Brown. No, they're going to remember the woman that's like telling them about the book with the wild romance and like the Swiss Alps. So, and then you give them the book and now they're reading your book. They'll be like buying life insurance from you for the rest, for the rest of their lives. So I discovered that recently in having conversations with people that want to write books, but they aren't necessarily like books about their profession. They're memoirs or their stories, and they're like, well, how does it tie into business? I'm like, it's all about you as a unique human.
Yes, that is so profound right there. It's all about you being unique and who you are. And that's what people buy from you. They're not buying from the insurance company that you're selling. They're not buying from the skincare company that you're selling. They are literally buying from you. And that's sometimes the hardest thing for people who don't get into sales. That's why they don't get into it, because it's like, oh, it's me. Yes, they're buying from you. So I think that's great, because I do notice that, the coaching now that I'm doing versus the book that I wrote before, it's tied in a little bit, but it's not a direct, oh, this is the coaching book. This is like me coming out a love addiction book. So I am real, y'all.
Which is so much, that we know so much about you now, and that gives you credibility, but it's also like something really interesting to just heart to heart talk about.
Yes.
So many people have love addiction and they don't even know how to identify it or talk about it, right? So it's a great segue for you into your other programs as you watch them kind of rise up and get their strength back and their confidence. So I'm really excited. We've got, this is just we've just touched the surface.
The tip of the iceberg. So you guys, there are more than 3 reasons, but these are some 3 core reasons why you should write a book. You should definitely come out to the event. I didn't just bring Kim on here because it's about the book. It's writing the book itself. Writing a book is a lot deeper and a lot more healing than just what you think, oh, I need to write a book. Writing your story, there's drama therapy that's out there. So anyone who has a story that they want to get out of them, that they need to tell, you need to come out this weekend to I Love My Story. It's going to be this Saturday. I'll put the details on my page. But this was such an amazing, thank you so much for taking the time, Kim. I appreciate you. And I am so excited for this weekend. I'm gonna be taking notes.
Thank you. And I want to just add, I watched the Tony Robbins documentary last night. I Am Not a Guru. Have you seen that?
Yes.
The way that he goes in and gets into what people's real stories are.
Yeah.
I was watching it. This is what we're gonna do. Some of that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some of that at your event. I mean, we only have a little bit of time.
Yeah, but still, that's gonna be fun.
People should come and see how what they really think that they're talking about has really got something else going on. So
yeah, and even for those people who don't know, come out and you'll either leave knowing you should write a book, or you'll leave knowing, no, I don't want to write one.
Exactly. And then go do something else amazing in the world.
Yeah, go do something else amazing in the world. All right, you guys, that is it. I thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you, Kim, for stopping by, and We will
See you
see
Saturday.
you Saturday. Bye.
Bye.